Thank you for joining me in my gentle yoga practice today. I want you to find a comfortable seated position, perhaps elevating your hips with a block or a blanket, or maybe a bath towel, beach towel, anything that you have at home. Oftentimes when your hips are over your knees, it's a little bit more comfortable to sit in a cross-legged position. But if it feels better to keep your legs extended while we take a moment to just get grounded, just find yourself a comfortable seated position. Let's let our hands fall heavy on our legs, maybe palms face down, maybe palms face up. And just close your eyes or soften your gaze and take a moment to just slow things down. Begin by noticing your breath. You don't have to change anything. Just focus on your inhalations and exhalations. Notice the layers of sound around you. Notice the weight of your hands on your legs. And notice how it feels to be connected to your mat, maybe via a block or blanket, but ultimately connecting you to the earth. As you begin to get settled in, do a mental body scan from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, noticing any spots that maybe feel extraordinarily good today, or maybe some spots that are holding on to tension. You can always send any parts of the body or mind a little love. Feel free to make any adjustments to your breath, perhaps slowing the breath down a bit, lengthening your exhalations. And with your next exhalation, release any tension in your jaw. And then in your shoulders. Release any tension you're holding in your knees and relax your toes. Take a moment to cultivate gratitude. Think of 3 things you're feeling grateful for in this moment, even if it's the littlest of things. Feel free to set an intention for our practice or beyond. Anything you'd like to focus on, anything you would like to attract. Repeating to yourself, perhaps, I am peaceful. I am grateful. Or maybe I am present. Anything you feel a connection with today. When you're ready, place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Sit up nice and tall, and we'll begin with some 3-part breaths. Relaxed shoulders, breathing in through your nose into your belly. Feel your belly fill with air. And then your ribs. Feel your ribs expand around your body. Finally, feel your chest lift. Exhale slowly in reverse. First the chest, ribs, your belly pulls in, fully exhaling any trapped air in the bottom of the lungs from shallow breathing. Again, a nice slow inhalation in through the nose, into the belly, ribs, and then chest. Exhale in reverse, chest, ribs, belly button pulls in towards the spine, and then one more at your own pace, as if you're filling a glass from the bottom to the top on the inhale, and exhale in reverse, emptying it from the top to the bottom, ending with your belly pulling in. Beautiful. Release your hands to your lap. Close your eyes. Do another body scan. See how you feel after a few deep breaths. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Begin to warm up the body. Remembering you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. Carve this time out for just you, coming home to the body, connecting with how your body's feeling, with your breath. Don't think about the future. Don't think about the past. Just be present for your practice. All right. So let's extend the legs out, the length of your mat. Feel free to shake it out a little bit. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Let's inhale the arms straight up, maybe towards the sky if you're outside like me. And on your exhale, hinge from your hips, reaching for your feet. Hinging, hinging, hinging. When you can't comfortably hinge any further, release your hands wherever they land on your legs, your feet. Maybe you can grab a hold of your big toes. Soft knees here. And then just release your shoulders, neck, and head. Continuing to breathe, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Feel that stretch in the backs of the legs. And let your breath lead you a little deeper with each exhale. To safely come up, first look at your feet. Power up using your core, sitting up nice and tall. Palms down at your sides, relaxed shoulders. Coming into Dandasana, staff pose. Inhale and exhale here. Notice the parts of the body connected to the mat. Another nice breath in and out through your nose, sending oxygen to every cell in the body. We'll bend the knees. Feel free to sneak in a little core work here. Hands slightly behind you, coming into boat pose. We'll lift the right shin so it's parallel to the ceiling or the sky. And then the left. Big toes may be touching. Maybe your hands are still on your mat. Maybe your fingers point forward. Let's try to take 3 breaths here. Any kind of boat you want to be. Inhale and exhale. Maybe your arms are out to the sides. All of this is coming from the core. You want to protect your back. And then we're going to slowly lower down to the mat. Release the feet. Palms facing up. And then a big full body stretch. Flex your feet. Reach overhead. And exhale, just release. Beautiful. Let's plant the feet on the mat, knees pointing up. Arms down along the sides of the body. We're going to warm up the spine with some moving bridges. So I want you to inhale, press into your feet, belly button, hips lift up, as well as the arms come up off the mat, up overhead, and release behind you. Pressing into your feet, shoulders, neck, and head stay on the mat. Exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. Arms come from overhead and then back along the sides of your body on your mat. Completely release your low back as you exhale. Again, inhale, pressing into the feet. Arms come up, release behind your head, press into your feet. Exhale, one vertebra at a time, coming back down, arms along the sides of the body, lower back releases. Last one, inhale, moving bridge. And exhale, slowly rolling back down, releasing the hips back down to the mat, releasing your low back. Beautiful. Now let's release the knees to the opposite edges of your mat, soles of the feet together, placing your hands maybe stacked on your belly button here. Let's take 3 breaths, just beginning to open up the hips. Again, keeping your low back just relaxed. You can send your breath into your belly. Feel your hands rise. Your belly fills with air, and then slowly exhale. Again, inhaling in through your nose, slowly exhale. And then one more breath. We're striving to hold the poses for 3 breaths, but listen to your body. Be patient with yourself. Wherever you're at, that's totally fine. Knees come back up, pointing towards the sky or the ceiling. And then let's bring the knees into the chest for a squeeze. Hugging your knees in, relax your low back. Maybe just rocking side to side, massaging out the low back. You can also draw some circles with your knees in both directions. And then when you're ready, release your knees, feet back on the floor. Slowly transition onto your side, pressing yourself up. And we're going to transition onto hands and knees for some cow-cat spinal stretching. I'm going to put my hair back. The secret here is really stacking your joints. So you want to come into a neutral table with your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. So really take time to align your joints, fingertips pointing forward. Take a breath here, neutral table. And then on your inhale, the tailbone's going to lift, belly hangs low, chest presses through the shoulders, maybe the neck and the head lift. Release your low back into cow pose. Let's stay here for a beat, just really releasing the low back. On your next natural exhale, tuck your tailbone, round your back like a cat, press into the mat, looking through your legs, cat pose. Let's stay here, really stretching the back muscles. And then making the movements more fluid. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly hangs, neck lifts, head lifts. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round your back, squeeze out all that air as you exhale, looking through your legs. Again, inhale, tailbone lifts, belly hangs, neck lifts, head lifts into cow. And exhale, tuck your tailbone, round your back, look through your legs like a Halloween cat, and we'll press all the way back to child's pose. Maybe your knees are out to the sides. big toes touching. Maybe you want to elevate your seat with a block or put a block under your forehead. Arms can be extended, hands back by your feet, maybe stacked under your forehead. Find what works for you. The secret is really finding a resting pose. Give your body a chance to rest, digest, and heal. We'll take 3 breaths here. With each exhale, soften your abdomen. Feel free to circle back with your intention from the beginning of our practice. And then on your next inhale, transition back to that neutral table. Take a moment to stack your joints. We're going to extend back with the right leg, planting the toes. And then extending forward with the opposite arm, the left arm. If your practice allows, you can float that right leg back, the right foot back, reaching in opposite directions with your fingers and your toes. Feel free to keep your toes on the mat. Inhale and exhale here. Great for focus and concentration. Find a spot not moving. One more breath. Inhale. On your exhale, release your right toes to the mat, your knee, your left hand. Feel free to wag your tail a little bit, shake it out. Preparing for the other side. All right, this time extend back with the left leg, plant your toes. The right arm shoots forward. And if it's within your practice, go ahead and float that left leg back into a straight line. Straight line from your fingers to your toes. Finding that drishti point, a focal spot. Something not moving is going to help with your balance here. Inhale and exhale. And then when you're ready, release your toes on your next exhale, your left knee, your right hand, and we'll press back into child's pose. Inhale and exhale here for a few breaths. Settle in, give your body what you need, and then transition back to your neutral table. We're going to extend back again with the right leg, planting the toes. The left arm shoots forward, and then floating the right foot up and back if it's within your practice. This time we're going to add some crunches, bird dog crunches. Let's inhale here, or feel free to stay here. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest, your elbow into your knee. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, bring it in. Beautiful. Waking up the core. Inhale, extend back out, opposite directions with your fingers and your toes. And then when you're ready, release your toes down to the mat, your knee, your left hand. Beautiful. All right, let's prepare for the other side. Golden rule of yoga. Anything you do on one side, you got to do on the other. Let's extend back with the left leg, planting your toes. Right arm shoots forward. Feel free to float that left foot back. Find your focal point. And if you'd like to join me in some crunches, inhale, exhale, bring the left knee into the chest, the right elbow in to meet it, and extend out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend hand out. Beautiful. Go ahead and release the left toes, knee, your right hand. Let's press back into a child's pose. Three breaths here. And then transitioning back to your neutral table. Let's prepare for downward facing dog or half dog. Great modification. Half dog, your forearms are going to be parallel on the mat. Hips over knees. The forehead drops down to the mat. You can extend your arms forward. Maybe float your forehead off the mat. Great modification to a traditional down dog. Now, if you know you like a traditional down dog, come back to your neutral table. Curl your toes under. Inhale. Exhale the hips up and back. Heels are making their way towards the mat. Maybe they're touching. But the more important part is a lengthened spine. Press into your mat. Get rid of any wrinkles in your wrists. Keep breathing. Keep smiling. Find the joy in your practice today. If you want to slowly bend one knee at a time, pedaling your feet, really feeling that nice stretch in the backs of the legs. And then we'll transition into a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Come up any way that's comfortable. Maybe you want to walk your feet up to your hands. Feet are hip width apart. You're going to relax the shoulders, neck, and head, keeping the knees soft. Inhale and exhale here. Release the low back. Feel the stretch in the backs of the legs. Focus on your breath. Then let's inhale into a half back, a flat back, and exhale into a forward fold over the legs. See if you come a little deeper. Let's walk our hands over to the right edge of the mat. Maybe extend the right arm up, coming into a little twist. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, exhale, release your hand from overhead. Walk your hands back to the center of your mat. Release the neck and head. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. This time walk both hands over to the left side of the mat. And if it's within your practice, inhale the left arm up overhead, coming into a little bit of a twist. Inhale here. Exhale, release your left hand back down. Walk your hands back to the center of your mat. We're going to come up safely, bending the knees, hands on the hips, power up using your legs and your core. Coming into mountain pose. I'll stand so you can see me a little bit better. Relax shoulders. We want the joints stacked, hips over knees, knees over ankles. Maybe your palms are facing forward. Feel free to close your eyes. Do another mental body scan. Let everything settle. We were upside down for a little while in our down dog. Relax your toes. Beautiful. All right. Let's step the feet out shoulder width apart, or maybe wider if that's within your practice. If you do have a block handy, you can always grab your block. Of course, there's 3 different heights on a block. So the feet are spread shoulder width or wider. You can always put your block in between your feet. reaching in opposite directions with your fingers. Another inhale. Let's exhale into a flat back, preparing for a wide-legged forward fold. So from here, you can release your hands down to maybe your block, maybe down to the floor. Maybe you want to kiss your block with the top of your head. You can kind of adjust the width of your feet. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Folding is a great way to massage your organs. Folding and twisting is great to detox. All right, feel free to adjust your feet back a little closer together. We want to come up safely. Once again, hands on your hips, bend your knees, come up using your legs and your core, back to a wide-legged forward fold. I'm sorry, back to a star pose. Inhale and exhale here. See, nobody's perfect. It's all good. Present, not perfect, right? All right, let's step our feet back to mountain pose. Inhale and exhale here. Today we're going to visit some of the warrior poses. We're going to link a few together in just a nice, slow, easy flow. So we're going to stand facing the short edge of the mat. Let's take an inhale. The arms come up overhead. Let's lightly touch the fingers together. Exhale, airplane your arms out to the sides. Release to your standing forward fold. And then we'll take a step back with the left foot, keeping the right knee bent. Knee is over your ankle. Your back foot is going to be angled, maybe at a 45 degree or whatever feels good for your knee. We're going to power up into a warrior one. Now arms can be along the sides of your ears. Your hips are facing forward. Maybe your hands are on your hips. Warrior one. Inhale and exhale here. Feel that power in your legs. Inhale here. Exhale. We're going to come into a warrior two. The arms are going to be parallel with the length of your mat, reaching in opposite directions. Look down the middle finger of your right hand. Shoulders are relaxed. Warrior two. Check where your back arm is. You don't want it down. We want to try to keep everything in a straight line. And then let's inhale, releasing the left hand back to your thigh, reaching up with the right arm. Inhale and exhale here. Feel that stretch all the way down the right side of the body. Inhale. Exhale to a warrior two. Then let's release the right forearm onto the right thigh. The palm of the hand is facing up towards the ceiling or the sky. We're going to inhale the left arm up and over, coming into a side angle stretch. Beautiful. And then let's windmill back to a warrior two. Now I want you to protect the knee on your back leg, your left leg. If you need to adjust your foot, please do so. We're going to twist so the arms are out like a T. Hips are facing forward, coming back to a warrior one. Inhale and exhale here. And now we'll step forward with the left leg, coming into a mountain. Take a moment to adjust your alignment. Hips are over knees, knees are over ankles, relaxed shoulders. Inhale the arms up. Hands, fingertips slightly touch. The hands are overhead. Exhale, airplane the arms out to the sides into a standing forward fold. Releasing the shoulders, neck, and head. Notice how it feels. We've done a few of these in our practice. Now I want you to step back with your right foot, angling it slightly. Listen to your body, see what feels good. The left knee is over the left ankle. And then we're gonna power up into a warrior one on the other side. So hips are pointing towards the short front edge of your mat. Maybe your hands are on your hips. Check your alignment. Inhale and exhale here, warrior one. Relax your toes. If you feel like your toes are gripping the mat, relax your toes. Inhale here. Exhale. Hips are going to rotate towards the long edge of your mat now. Arms are parallel with the length. And we're going to look down the middle finger of the left hand. Warrior two. Again, relaxed shoulders. Reaching in opposite directions with the hands, the fingers. Inhale here. Let's release the right hand back to your thigh. Inhale up with the left. Feel that nice side body stretch on the left side. Inhale. We're going to windmill the arms back to a warrior two. And then release the left forearm to the left thigh. Palm can face up. Inhale up and overhead with the right arm. Side angle stretch. Can gaze straight ahead. Maybe find a spot on the floor. And then on the inhale, windmill back to a warrior two. Protect that back knee. We're going to twist. Arms are out to the sides, hips facing the short edge of your mat, and come back into a warrior one. Press into that back foot. Bring it up to meet your left in the front. Come back to a mountain pose. Inhale and exhale here. Relaxed toes. And then feel free to shake it out a little bit. Give your body what you need. All right, great job. Go ahead and transition onto your stomach. Back on the mat. And let's take a breath or two. Grabbing your opposite elbows, forehead on your forearms. Remembering the resting poses are just as important as the more active poses. When you're ready, go ahead and lift your head. Let's spread the fingers wide, placing them under the shoulders. Big toes can touch here, or you can keep your legs hip width apart. It's a great modification. We're going to prepare for cobra. You want to keep your elbows in towards your ribs. On the inhale, lift your chest. You can be a low cobra. Listen to that low back. Or if it's within your practice, to press up to a higher cobra. Inhale and exhale here. Another inhale, exhale, lower your forehead back down to the mat. And then let's roll over onto our backs. Beginning with your feet planted, arms along the sides of the body. We'll sneak in a traditional bridge pose. On the inhale, hips lift, shoulders, neck, and head stay on the mat. Press into your feet. You can always roll your shoulder blades in towards each other, creating a little bit more leverage. Bridge pose. Bringing blood to the brain, taking some stress off the heart. Inhale and exhale here. Another inhale, and then release your hands if they're clasped underneath you. Exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. Completely releasing the low back. We're going to place our hands out to the sides like a T. Cross the right leg over the left. And release both knees to the left. Lying spinal twist. If it feels good, go ahead and look over to the right, the opposite direction of your knees. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths. let yourself just sink into the twist. On the inhale, knees come back. Uncross the right leg. Recross left over right this time. Release both knees to the right while looking to the left. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, both knees come back up. Uncross the left over the right. Extend your legs out. Maybe take another full body stretch, reaching in opposite directions with your feet and your hands. Big inhale, and then big exhale out of your mouth. Just letting go of anything you're still holding on to. Preparing for deep relaxation. Stay in a nice, comfortable, reclined position. Feel free to cover yourself with a blanket. Maybe put your sweatshirt on, some cozy socks, and just take a moment to really relax the entire body and your mind. So as you get comfortable, and your next exhalation, just feel yourself sink into the mat, sink into the floor. And give yourself mental permission to just let go of anything you're holding on to. Let your feet release to the sides. Relax your toes, your feet. Relax your ankles, your calves. Soften your knee joints and relax your thighs. Relax your glutes, your hips. Soften your belly. And completely relax all the muscles in the low back. Maybe your palms are facing up. Relax your hands. Let your fingers just gently curl in towards the centers of your hands. Relax your wrists, your forearms. Soften your elbows. Relax your biceps and triceps. Completely relax your shoulders and all the muscles across the upper back and across your chest. As you slow your breath to slow inhalations and exhalations. Relax all the muscles in the neck. Relax your jaw, teeth, and tongue. Release the corners of your eyes. And smooth away any worry lines on your forehead. Finally, take this opportunity to quiet the mind Any thoughts that arise during this time, simply notice them without judgment and let them pass. Feel free to stay here as long as you can. Before first bringing your attention slowly back to your breath, and then to your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Take your time coming up to a comfortable seated position, maybe rolling onto your side for a moment before coming all the way up. When you're ready, place your hands together at your heart center. Remind yourself of your intention from the beginning of our practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of the day, rest of the week. Namaste.